Coming up in this episode, Saints forward signs a new deal. Former Leeds star, is he pricing himself out of a return to Super League? And Tyler Dupree opens up about his transfer request. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Well, it's another day, it's another episode, and we have more stuff coming out of clubs like St Helens. And that is always good because we're looking over in Lancashire than our usual Yorkshire there, so we can bring a bit more diversity of news stories from different areas, more than anything. And we did one Saints story yesterday about a player being talked about having a new deal, as well as a deal being done with that same club, as St Helens have confirmed that Curtis Sironen has extended his contract with the club for a further 2 years. He will be now staying with the Red V until the end of the 2025 season. The 29-year-old Australian joined St Helens ahead of the 2022 campaign, and he found a home in St Helens after flying across the world to ply his trade and play his rugby league, and will be heading into his third and fourth seasons at the Saints for 2024 and 2025. His first campaign as a Saints player, the back rower made 24 appearances, scoring 3 tries and establishing himself as a fearsome edge player with strong running and plenty of aggression in both attack and defence. Sironen also helped Saints return to the Old Trafford for a 4th consecutive Super League Grand Final and winning the Super League title in his first appearance at the ground. 2023 has seen Sironen continue his strong start as a Saints player with 2 tries to his name and made 10 more match appearances, including starting and playing a pivotal role in Saints' historic win over Penrith back in February. The powerhouse second rower set up the opening score for the newly crowned World Club champions for Jack Wellesby as they went on to bring home the trophy. Discussing to St Helens website and talking about extending his time with the Saints for a further 2 years, Sironen said, "I'm over the moon. As soon as I got here, I fell in love with the club, the group of players, as well as the fans. So I'm just honoured to get to continue here for the next few years and hopefully have the same success to what we've already had. I'm excited for the next few years. With the experience of the Grand Final last year and going to Australia earlier this year, the togetherness of the club and the success, it is something I'm chasing again. It was an easy decision for me." The former NRL star and Sydney-born forward is the son of Balmain Tigers legend and former Australian international Paul Sironen. Curtis made his debut in the NRL with West Tigers back in 2012 at the age of 18, and he would stay until 2016, upon when he joined the Manly Seagulls. Over his 10 seasons in the NRL, he registered 131 match appearances, scoring 25 tries. With that, going forward, Curtis's goals are quite simple for what he wants to do in St Helens colours. "I just want to win trophies. That is the reason we play, and I played nearly 10 years in the NRL and had barely any finals games. Coming here and getting that taste of Old Trafford just makes you hungry for more. We went to Australia and got another one. So one of my big goals is to win the Challenge Cup. It's a famous trophy and something I haven't ever done or played in a final at Wembley. So I'm looking forward to putting a hard stint to get to that game. And of course, trying to win everything we can. We're competitive guys. and don't want to take a back step. Next, we come to the news that is emanating from France, as former Leeds Rhino star Kruise Leeming's financial demands are said to be hampering discussions with the Super League club Catalans Dragons. That is according to the French publication L'Independent, yeah, you got it right, which has claimed Catalans offered Leeming a good offer, and it's still on the table amidst their discussions to bring the Gold Coast Titans hooker back to Super League. The hooker left Leeds earlier this season to make a move to the NRL, where he has made 5 appearances and impressed under head coach Justin Holbrook. All in all, Leeming has made 176 appearances since coming through the ranks at Huddersfield and make his debut for the club in 7 seasons during the time at the John Smith Stadium. He made the move to from Huddersfield to Headingley to link up with Leeds in 2020, where he won the Challenge Cup in that same year. After finding opportunities limited under new head coach Rowan Smith, Leeming parted ways with the club a number of months ago, but Catalans have been heavily linked with the Eswatini born hooker. The 27-year-old is out of contract at the end of the season, according to most reports, due to only signing a 1-year deal with the Gold Coast Titans, but I'm sure hoping to stay on in Australia as he continues to prove his worth. But that deal for Catalans is on the table due to a couple of circumstances, one of which is reports that Michael McAlorum is set to retire from the game. Michael McAlorum is a former England international and former Wigan Warriors star before making his move to Catalans Dragons, and he's said by the same French sources, L'Independent, that he is being considering retiring at the end of the 2023 season. There is also an option at Catalans Dragons for him to take up a role in coaching or a management spot at the Dragons, should he make that decision. So that is a stumbling block for Catalans at this point, as they have a salary cap to abide by with the rest of them, and we're assuming that Kruise Leeming will not come at anything other than a premium at this point. The opportunity to stay at the NRL may not have been mentioned so far. It could be one though. There is other news on Catalans front as well, as trio Adam Kieran, Tyrone May and Mikel Gudemon are all in discussions for a new contract apiece. The trio are all said to be in talks with Catalans Dragons about extending their stay in France. People like French international Gudemon would be a positive to go forward. Kieran has only signed at the beginning of the season, so the club asking for a new deal with him is positive in the way that they feel about the former NRL outside back. May is also another one. He's been at the club for 2 years now and is likely to extend his stay, as he seems to be loving life in France. They love him too. And finally, Tyler Dupree has broken his silence on the transfer request saga, insisting he was given permission to explore opportunities with other clubs. Dupree has been the talk of the game, should I say, after handing in the transfer request to Salford Red Devils after they rejected a £150,000 bid from Hull KR. Salford rejected this request and have informed all interesting parties that Dupree is not for sale, seemingly confirming that his future is with the club. Discussing the situation in detail on the Walkers Only podcast, Dupree said he had nothing against the club and was happy, but had been less unimpressed with the handling of the situation, confirming he had not spoken to Paul King, the Salford Red Devils executive. In an interview with Rugby League Live, King insisted Dupree had not been given permission to discuss terms with any other clubs. However, Dupree said that this was not the case. It's not the case of me wanting out at all. I've said it before, I love Salford as a club, and they really took a chance on me. But I was given the opportunity to explore other ventures, other routes. I got far down in contract negotiations, and it sort of came away. Because I was told I could not get better, and then Salford pulled me back and said it doesn't matter now. It sort of left me wanting better. But I always say I play for Salford. I'm not going to put the effort in at Salford, like I said. I love the club and I love the lads. I'd say it was miscommunication more than anything. He continued with the conversation as he said, I've got a great relationship with Rose. He's hard to describe it in a way. He's straight to the point, tells you how it is, and people like me need that sometimes. Sometimes it frustrates me because I think I can't be good enough and nothing is right. But then you think, he wants me to get better. But the CEO? I haven't spoken to the CEO. I think it could have been handled in a better way, but it wasn't. The newly capped England props found himself at the centre of a social media storm thereafter, something he admitted was challenging for him and his family. I'm not going to lie, I did struggle with it at first because I've never been exposed to something like this, and I was getting quite a bit of... But it was stuff. People speculating and making it up. I'm reading every tweet and going, that's not true. Then you think, well, that's what they're going to think. At the end of the day, fans are very fickle. If we start doing bad, they're on our backs. If we start doing good, they love us. I've just got to get on with it. I've stopped caring what people think about me so long as I'm doing well and doing myself justice. It doesn't really matter. It's an interesting situation at Salford at this point, as there is a lot of give and take back and forth between the club and the player. He'll keep playing as he's under contract and as Salford wants him to do, and he's playing well. Hopefully all this doesn't have an adverse effect on him. Be good to see him out on the field plowing through. But if what he said is correct, then Salford have made the rod for their own backs at this point. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be playing in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's 3 stories in the comment section below, but please, always be courteous and respectful. I do hope that there are some stories that can take away and say, yep, that's good information, and also you see the improvements that have been taken to this channel, and hopefully you're happy with everything that you see. I'm continuing to improve, so that's why I ramble in this little bit, because I want your constructive criticism as well. Anything to help this channel get better, anything. We need to pull in those subscribers as we can pull in the fans of Rugby League. Yes, it helps me, but I don't just want to be a voice of Rugby League, I want to promote it. That's what this is all about. The stories that I bring you are all about what you need to know about Rugby League. I will get to the promoting part, I promise, eventually, but at this point, let's keep with the news. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. Press that subscribe button, as it doesn't cost you a thing. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.